What's up, everybody? It's Investing Sensei here to bring you another episode in the series of how many shares of a certain company do you need to own to make $1,000 a month, $100 a month, and even $100 a week. So in these videos, or in this series in general, we will pull up the company and look at the price, look at the charts, and then look at the company profile and see what they actually do. Then we'll pull up the dividend scorecard on Seeking Alpha, look at the dividend summary for them, and then we'll pull up the calculator, crunch some numbers, see how much we have to own of this company or have in total invested, and we'll wrap up the video with the dividend yield, which will tell us when the best opportunity to enter this company is if you are interested in the company in general. So let's go ahead and get started. But in this video, we are going to be going over ARCC, which is the next one on the list. This is a list that my subscribers have been giving me. So if there's a company you want me to cover that I have not covered in the past, or that's not on the list, let me know. I'll be happy to add it to the list. But let's go ahead and jump over to Seeking Alpha. So ARCC is Aris Capital. You'll see currently trading about $19.22. If we actually pull up the company profile, we can actually read a little about them. So Aris Capital Corporation is a business development company specializing in acquisition, recapitalization, mezzanine debt, restructuring, rescue financing, and leveraged buyout transactions of middle market companies. It also makes growth capital in general refinancing. It prefers to make investments in companies engaged in the basic and growth manufacturing, business services, consumer products, health care products and services, and information technology service sectors. The fund will also consider investments in industries such as restaurants, retail, oil and gas, and technology sectors. So pretty interesting. On the company profile, you'll see the sector is financials, and then industry is the asset management and custody banks. It actually has no information, which I accidentally clicked on this, but it seems like there's actually no information on the employees for us here. And then they were founded back in 2004. And then if you want a little bit about them more, you could actually visit their website at ariscapitalcorp.com, and you can get some more information on them. But if we go back over here to the charts, we can look at the year to date. They are actually up 3.50% in the green. If you look at the 1 year, they're actually down about 5.93%, and then the 5 year, they're actually up 22.03%, and then on the 10 year, they are up 7.76%. Very low return for 10 years invested on this, but at least it's not in the red. And then if you look at the total, since they've been publicly traded, they've only been up 29.81%. So very bad returns here for all the way back till about 2004. So very bad return there for me. And capital appreciation, definitely not a company I'm interested in. But if we look at the 52-week range, 52-week low has actually been $16.51. 52-week high has actually been $22.54, and it's right around the center, so trade in the middle. EPS is 2.37, PE is 8.13, and then dividend rate is $1.92, and then on the yield is 9.99%. It actually does not even show any market cap here. But if we look at the dividend scorecard for it, again, they are in the financial sector. Dividend yield is 9.99%. Very high dividend yield, potentially a dividend trap here. And then if we look at the annual payout is $1.92. Payout ratio is 87.06%. On the 5-year CAGR is at 3.90%. Very low 5-year CAGR. I usually like my companies to be in the double-digit 5-year CAGRs there, especially because of my time horizon. Dividend growth only shows up as 1 year. Dividend frequency is quarterly, which they would pay you out about 48 cents every single quarter. Let's go ahead and pull up the calculator and we can start crunching some numbers. So first thing we want to do, guys, is actually find out how much we'd have to own of this company to make $1,000 a month. So we want to make $1,000 a month. There's 12 months in a year, so we would multiply this. So annually we actually need to make $12,000. You would actually take the 12,000 divided by the annual payout, which would give you which is $1.92. This would actually give you the total number of shares you need to own to actually achieve about roughly $12,000 a year. Then you take this number of shares, multiply it times the share price, and this would actually give you the total amount that you'd have to have invested in this company, which comes out to be roughly about $120,000. One way that you can actually quickly find this out is take the 12,000 you need to make out annually, actually divide it by the dividend yield here, which is 0.0999. And then you'll see we roughly get about $120,000 there. So as a quick way to do that, let's go ahead and do the other one, which is how much of this company would you have to own to make $100 every single month. You can actually take the previous answer divided by 10 and that would give you the answer, but since we do have the calculator, let's go ahead and crunch some numbers just for people that want to see the math. So $100 every single month, there's 12 months in a year, so $1,200 is what we need to make annually. Divide this by the annual payout, it's just $1.92, which comes out to be about 625 shares that you'd have to own. Multiply this times the current share price, and this would give you $19.22. so that you have to have about maybe $12,000 invested in this company. You'd be roughly making about $100 every single week. Again, that's assuming that it's not a dividend yield trap and they don't cut their dividend. It's a very, very high dividend yield there. But again, quick way to calculate this is take the 1,200 you need to make annually divided by the dividend yield, and you'll see we roughly get about $12,000 there. Let's go ahead and do the last one here, guys, which is how much of this company would you have to have invested to make $100 every single week. I think this one's pretty awesome. So $100 every single week, there's 52 weeks in a year, so multiply that. So annually we need to make 5,200. Again, divide this by the annual payout, which is $1.92. So we need to own about 2,708 shares of this company. Multiply this times the share price, which is $19.22. You'd have to roughly own about $52,000 invested in this company, and you'd be roughly making $100 every single week. So quick way to calculate this is take the 5,200 divided by the dividend yield, and we will roughly get a quick estimate here, which comes about to be 52,000 there. So that is how you calculate the amount of money you'd have to have invested in this company, or the total number of shares you would need to actually make those types of values in this company. Let me know if you are invested in this company, guys. Definitely would be interested. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video with looking at the dividend yield. So you'll see we're at the dividend yield. This value here is the dividend yield, showing the last 5 years. So you'll see that back in 2018, it was trading around 9%, 8%, 9%, and then around 2020, the crash, it jumped all the way to about 20%, and then slowly has been coming down to about 8 to 9%, and then 7%, and slowly climbing a little bit now. So around the past 5 years, it's been really roughly trading 8 to 10%, so it hasn't really changed much. But yeah, guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know in the comment section if there's another company you want me to cover. I'll be happy to add it to the list. We'll eventually get to it. And again, don't forget to subscribe with that bell notification. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers, so definitely help me out. Definitely would appreciate it. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.